Alright.
So, do I do the obligatory intro then if you're not gonna, boss man?
Alright. Actually, okay. Alright, welcome to the first DN ABP Podcast. Today we have with us MidnightDevont, formerly as WingsOfTwilight. Say hi.
Hiya.
And then we got Frolegend with us, previously known as WhiteAsh001.
Yo!
So today we just decided to just give a shout out, letting you know that, we're still here. We're having some difficulties.
We fell into a pit hole someone left randomly lying around on the ground. It hurt a lot.
I hate it when that happens.
I'm trying to pick oranges from this random tree and I fall into the ground. Stuck for a long time.
Yeah, pretty much there have been a lot of count changes surrounding all of us.
Mm.
And we've been really stressing about it. But that's not what we're here to get into about. Although we could, but...
No.
But we won't, because it'll just cause stress.
I've already got enough stress.
We're just here to talk about a couple things today. Basically, we're here to give you some insight on why we chose Death Note. First, let's start with that. Why did we choose Death Note instead of anything else to begin with? Tara?
Well, let's see. I think you brought it up to me, and I'm a huge Death Note fan.
Light!
Immensely. What?
Light fan.
Yes, I am a huge Light fan. I'm sitting here currently copying down every name I am aware Light wrote into the Death Note into a Death Note. So, for my cosplay. But yeah, that's how big of a fan I am. So when Twilight Chrono approached me about this, I was like,
Squeak.
yes. Okay.
I mean, and believe it or not, at the time I approached Tara about this, I had not even met you yet, Momo. I hadn't even met you yet. I mean, I had known MidnightSohma 1 for about, I'd say close to about a year and a half before I met you. No, I'd say about a year.
But you didn't really meet me so much as I kind of forced my way into your life and kicked you in the face. So it was like...
Oh, actually, he introduced me to you.
And then I kicked you in the face.
Yeah, kicked me in the face. I got a big shoe print. Won't go away. She threw a dodgeball at me and I got the word doit across my forehead.
Dodgeball pwned.
But, you might, know Tara here, or MidnightDevont, as, the creator of Fullmetal Abridged, along with...
The original one that only had like one episode, because you know what? I just got too lazy to edit it. Except I'm working on episode 2. I swear, people. I swear it.
Yes,
she worked... my editing program.
She works alongside Aerofonza 1. I don't know if you heard of him. Doesn't he work on, G Gundam? No.
No, he works on, Gahuli's, original Sayuki Abridged. What after Sayuki Reload, Gahuli does Sayuki, so he works on that.
And as you are all aware, we all know White Ash. Sayuki, do your Santo.
Santo, what do you want him to say?
Whatever.
Stop laughing, I don't find it funny.
But basically I think why we chose Death Note is there was only really at the time that there was a lot of, I'm not gonna go out there and say really bad ones, but I'll just go out there and say that
the only good one I ever saw got suspended. I cried.
Well, the only really ever good one I saw was Don't Hit Me Momo, was Team Dr. Bios. That was the really only decent one in my that I saw.
Everyone pardon me for a second. There you go. Okay.
Oh God.
So, I approached, cause Carson told me how much of a fan, Tara was of Death Note, and Carson didn't even know what it was at the time, so I was like, well, I'm gonna talk to Tara about Death Note. So I contacted her on YouTube. I wasn't really that, acquainted with her yet. I was mainly, I think you only mainly knew me for my A&Vs anyway.
I think I did. I think, Carson had shown me some of your stuff, but that's about it.
Then, I I approached her and she's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's totally arrange this. And we, set up the audition video. Me and Tara did a little thing together for the audition video. We got a lot of responses.
Mm-hmm.
And, then, by stroke of luck, and I'm grateful for that stroke of luck, Carson introduced me to White Ash. And, White Ash was like, she thought I was beating around the bush. She was like, if you're gonna ask me to be in your Death Note abridged, ask me already. And I'm like, well, I wasn't beating around the bush.
Yes, you were. You were so beating around the bush. Hey, you might have heard, but we're doing a, Death Note thing, and, well, you made this thing, and, well, you're light, well, you see, kinda like, so, yeah.
Maybe sound like a goober.
You are a goober, Tweely. You're a goober. But yeah, basically, Tweely saw my life and went, OMG, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was like...
Yeah, he sent me your light.
The laugh. It was the laugh, right?
And it was the laugh. I basically went, oh my god, shiver.
I can do that at any time now, too, which is
Twilight cast, now.
Yeah, I can basically, I can do that
And
laugh,
then,
I can do that laugh on command now, it's kind of...
And contrary to what you all may think, like, oh, the creators don't have to try out for their own series.
Holy fuck, no, what the hell?
No, not
Even
true.
though we arranged it, I tried out for L. And the only reason why I got
I made him try out for L.
The only reason why I got L was because of this. We can never have a serious conversation, can we?
Yeah, basically, I casted him for L because that was, it was better than any other L we had, pretty much, and he pulled it off.
And it's my job to keep him in character, because half the time you want to slack. You're like, today I'll sound like me! No, you have to sound like L.
Like that rain scene.
Yeah, and you were like, okay, here are my lines. I'm like, nope, do them over. But they sounded good. No, they sounded like you. But I sound good. That's true, but I want them to sound like L.
By the time you had me do the L voice to your sister, she was like, ah!
Yeah.
Like,
it's really,
like faint.
Yeah, it's really fun pitting them against each other, L and Light. Just when they have random bitch fights, like L discovers his navel, things like that. I never knew it went so deep! Anyway.
Alright, well, that's pretty much how, and the reason why we didn't do any other series was because Death Note was just prime pickings.
Mm-hmm. See, a lot of people look at Death Note and they think, oh, well, Jesus, how do you make this funny? And, well, for people with really black senses of humor, you look at a scene where someone dies and you're like, his mouth jerked to the side when he died. I can make fun of that. He fell out of a moving train.
Well, kind of like Piccolo in the first episode of DBZ. His eyes goes cross-eyed when he looks into the sky when he senses Raditz.
My God, the power level's so high it's crossing my eyes. Things like that, it's pointing out the obvious and making fun of it while we're on our way. With, not too much laughing at Light's obvious homosexuality, but,
Alright, now?
Like the butterfly belt buckle. I'm sorry, people.
Butterfly! Sorry, I had to say it.
It just doesn't work when Semi's not around.
Yeah.
He just randomly shows up, butterfly!
Okay, but there's something else that you got against Uryu, Tara. Say it.
Sock puppet.
Ah!
I love doing that.
That's awesome.
But,
So, yeah.
alright, on to the next subject, the topic. Where are we going with this show?